Capricorn, how are you doing? Welcome to your general reading for 1 to 6 August with me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. Remember, this is a general message, so please take it as it resonates. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energy, your immediate future, clarify, and end off with a message from the universe. But first, I'm going to draw you an oracle card from my friends deck Infinite Wisdom, Colette Nagel. Details are down below in the description. And you have got Capricorn tapestry, interwoven lifetimes relationships. Okay, so we are talking about things coming full circle here, endings and cycles, new beginnings, that sort of thing. The universe is one big tapestry, you know. We sort of think of ourselves as separate from this one and that one, but it's all one big tapestry. It really, really is, you know. And it's the universe itself is an expression of thought, of love, of possibility. And the reminder for you here, beautiful Capricorn, is that you are part of it. For some of you, there are things coming back, things that you may have felt in the past, past life things, endings. Sometimes those things are not that, that enjoyable to experience. But a lot of times in life, we believe that we dealt with something, but then in actual fact, we just need to give it a little bit more time, a little bit more energy, a little bit more attention, a little bit more forgiveness, just to move past that stumbling block. We may not even have been aware of having, you know what I mean? Because we're not always aware of the things that are holding us back. But let's look at your tarot. Ooh, rocking, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on for you. So, in the recent past, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Alright, so I can definitely see that many of you were beginning to follow your own mind, your own thoughts, had some ideas, going out there on your own, doing your thing, not being that dependent on others, a bit of a soul mission. And for many of you, I feel that especially if you've maybe been, and that's interesting, Capricorn, but if you've maybe been working with with the person that you're dealing with, maybe you've been living together, you've been very sort of in each other's lives, it may have been that you realized that you needed a little bit of space from that person. You didn't necessarily need to break ties with them, but maybe needed to be a little bit more distant from them. You know what I mean? Like your own type of thing, space to breathe. And I can see that in itself has actually strengthened your connection. You strengthen the connection with yourself, you strengthen the connection with the other person, because sometimes we get so involved with our connections that it's almost like you can't do anything without doing it for the other person, You'll be like, I feel like a cup of coffee right now, but I can't have coffee now. I have to wait 35 minutes because then they're going to be home and we can have coffee together. Nothing wrong with that, but we sometimes lose ourselves in connections. And I can see that you sort of started to step towards your own being. Your ideas started to really pay off, which is wonderful. Some of you may have gotten some promotions at work. Follow your own thing, follow your own heart, follow your own, sort of vibe. Discovering what your lane is and getting back in your lane. So it's your lane, their lane. It's like, hey, over there, how's it going? But each in their own lane, each living their own thing, each living their own highest good and potential. And that is really fantastic because what I can tell you, Capricorn, and it's weird, sorry, before I do, it's weird because it almost feels like, that is the line of the energy of the reading. This is the energy that I get at the end of a reading. So there might have been a significant end for some of you, but it's also a very balanced end. Okay. But now let's look at your immediate or your current space. You've got the 5 of Cups, the Devil, and the 10 of Wands. Alright? So there is definitely still some things that some of you are dealing with. A lot of you are still having some heartache. And especially if you feel that despite your best efforts in life, that life is not working out. It might be some space to pause and breathe. Alright? Pause and get perspective. Pause and look back and see how far you've come. Acknowledge that within yourself. I used to, when I lived in Cape Town, for those of you that have somehow been following me for a while, I used to have this huge wall in my apartment and the wall was just glass. And so maybe once a month, I would celebrate myself, you know, and I would just buy myself a bottle of bubbly. I love champagne. I blow myself a lot of bubbly in a beautiful crystal glass. Put on some music, earphones in, music because the neighbors don't have to know that I'm having a party. And I will just be dancing and breaking it down in front of this mirror. I'm talking about dancing like a stripper that is short on rent that is due tomorrow. Enjoying myself, feeling that energy, releasing the negative energy. Sometimes negative energy gets stuck inside of us, and that is why meditation and those things are great. But yoga, tai chi, those type of things, you know, they focus on releasing energy, kundalini even, that is stuck within you. But doing something physical, running, just, you know, airboxing, whatever, like, you know, like, come on, yeah, you know, you know, you get the vibe going, and you shake it up, you know. And for some of you, it's time to do that. So you celebrate how far you've come, but there might also be some things that are overlooked, some really tender parts within the heart. And remember, just because you look at healing something, you can still approach it from a tender side and an appreciative side and a respectful side. But there's definite healing that needs to be released. There's ways in which you might be holding yourself back in life here, where it seems like life and others and circumstances and all those type of things. But I feel that for many of you, it's time to really look inside and to see how am I holding myself back, so that you can have, even if you don't know how to heal those things, at least having the willingness to heal them and becoming aware of it, because I would say 99.9% of the effectiveness of our subconscious patterns when it comes to fucking up our lives, it happens because we're not aware of it. And when you become aware of what they are, then they don't have that subconscious power over you anymore. So you go like, oh, I'm sabotaging myself. Why would I be doing this? Okay, no, let's heal this. Okay. Or at least have the willingness to heal it if you don't know how. We live in a time and age where there's many people who can help us. They're online, they're everywhere, you know, including myself. 10 of Wands, there's definitely a space of healing you're holding on that needs to be released. It's like something really incredible was started in the past there. Some of you may have had a breakdown, a separation, a real big disappointment. And it might be, you're kind of going on with your life, because it's almost like, for example, you know, people have this thing, say, for example, somebody passes or you get divorced or your relationship don't work out. They'll be like, you gotta get over it now. But in all honesty, even though that sounds insensitive, and I don't mean to be, it is time to get over something, but get over it in the sense of making peace with it. You know, it's not about saying, I'm not allowed to feel what I feel. It's about saying, this is how I feel, I acknowledge it within myself, but I don't open myself to the idea of being controlled by my emotions. Okay. I can have my emotions, I can feel down, I can feel depressed, I can feel whatever, but it doesn't mean that I have to be in a space where my life is basically crumbling apart and I can do something about it. All right. In your immediate future, we're going to clarify, we're going to get more guidance for that, because I know that sounds rough. 7 of Swords, High Priestess, and the Queen of Cups. So there's a little bit of a warning here for you, Capricorn, that you can either do the inner work now, or going forward, what you are choosing to maybe sidestep around now, it's almost like if you don't do it now, it will be more difficult later. But come around, it's going to come around. That you can be sure of. Okay? Come around, it's going to come around. Because there's so much more that's available for you, that's higher available. Many of you have put a lot of work into your own self-development to build that more profound connection with spirit, with source, with the divine. But when we do, you know, you have to release the things that are standing in the way of it. And those are the things life is making you aware of. And for those of you that are feeling that you are never going to find love, you're never going to find happiness, you're never going to find soul fulfillment, past all of this, why do you want to do all of these difficult things? Because it brings you that beautiful connection. It brings you that beautiful possibility. And not just love, everything across the board, you know. You want to have a big, beautiful garden or whatever space you want to have, it's all available to you. All right. Let's clarify the recent past. So we are having money, 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 and success. Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. Okay? So, and the Page of Pentacles is twice there in the recent past. So some of you may have even gotten married or get into a connection or relationship or wanted to, and now you feel like, did I make the right choice? Did I make the right decision by either getting into this connection or stepping away from this connection, or so strongly feeling that, you know, what am I doing? What should I be doing? I do feel that it's a good connection for you though. It's good many ways on paper. Let's see what we've got in the immediate future going forward, because I feel that especially for those of you that made the connection, it's a right connection, but maybe it needed a little bit of time, you know, like we're so in love, but maybe we should have just waited a little bit. But I mean, if you're in it, and then you're in it to win it, you know. In your current space, there's the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Fool. So everything really, really beautiful. It just feels like some of you kind of jumped the gun there a little bit, okay? But there's beauty here. You are where you are, and you can just as well do the best with where you are. Sometimes we want to run away. But the thing is, when you run away from feeling completely frustrated and those type of things, when you run away from that negative energy, you're feeding the energy of what you don't want, all right? Always try to move with peace. But there's beautiful potential here. I sense a little bit of a stubbornness here, Capricorn. It can be from you, it can be from the other person, it could be both of you. But you got to be willing to bend a little bit. You got to be willing to budge a little bit, you know, to sort of give things a little bit of breathing space. All right. Again, pause and breathe. Nine of Swords, lots of worry, lots of concern. Some of you might be having trouble sleeping, trouble quieting the mind, you know. And a lot of what you're feeling are things that you might want to be willing to release at this particular point in time. So when you are feeling the overwhelm, when you are feeling the challenges, maybe life is trying to communicate to you that it might be time to release certain energies, okay, instead of holding on to it, because there's a brand new beginning, big change that is coming here for you. Big change, big positive change. But positive changes are normally sort of like before they happen or before we experience it, there is often that challenge of, you know, like that conflict, but it's the things that we need to release in order to experience the beauty of what's available. All right. So it's not like life is punishing you or anything like that, beautiful Capricorn. It is showing to you what are the toxic traits within yourself. And those are the subconscious things, the things that you're not aware of. Or the things that you might be aware of or you know, choose to overlook. Those are the things that you want to be willing to release and to let go so that this magic can really flow through. Because the thing is, when we manifest this next level of life for ourselves, you know, when it's available, we are the beautiful match for it, and then where we are is no longer conducive, you know, for us or to us. And life makes you aware of it and makes you aware of the fact that it's time to move to the next level. And sometimes we then hold on to that space. And for some of you, that might be what you're doing at the moment. Let loose and release, okay? Trust that there's a higher plan for you. For those of you that might be feeling that you've been out of sync with your life plan, with your soul plan, you know, with your life purpose, you're moving back into that flow. So that's also beautiful, okay? In your immediate future, let's see what we've got for you. Queen of Cups, the Moon, a Pisces energy, Six of Swords. Okay. So the one thing here, this is really, really beautiful, but if you're going to start a new relationship with someone, a new business, a new partnership, moving into a house together, whatever it is, there's a very profound and very personal and very beautiful connection here happening between two people. There is a blessed union that is coming about. But the one thing that you want to be mindful of is your emotions. And also there with the Six of Swords, what we often do is we overcompensate sometimes in life without meaning to do so. So Capricorn, if you do get in a space where you get together with someone, you grow a closer connection with someone, the thing that you want to remember is that if you, for example, if you're going to make the person coffee every day in bed and you're going to take it to them in bed, you know, you're going to get up first, you're going to take them a coffee, oh, thank you so much, I really appreciate it. By the time they get up, you've made breakfast, it's all laid out. It's going to be cute the first time, the second time. But if you do that 20 times in a row, by default, it becomes an unspoken thing that is what you do. So that is just the one thing that you want to be careful of going forward. creating a almost like expectation that you can't keep up with. All right, and you even got the Queen of Cups there twice, letting you know for sure that there's definitely a beautiful connection coming about for you, very soul fulfilling. It's almost be careful of not messing up a beautiful thing by overcompensating. All right. If it resonates with you, I'd really appreciate you liking the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I'm here every week. Let's see what the universe has got for you, Capricorn. Judgment energy, 8 of Wands, and the High Priestess. Judgment energy is about knowing you need to let go of certain things. In your case, I feel it's about accepting certain things, accepting certain it's like you experiencing challenges but accepting the beauty of what life can give you. You know, life can give you sentence construction. Yeah. But it's time to let go of certain things, certain beliefs, certain values, even a certain way that you thought your life is going to go, a certain vision of yourself, to make space for a better vision. Be careful again of overcompensating, giving too much. And be open. There's a lot of universal communication that is available for you, Capricorn, and it's available now, but you're the one who has to listen. All right. So that's what I got for you. I hope that it helps. Anybody wants a personal reading, the details are down below in the description. Also do check out, there's a link down below in the description for my step-by-step tarot reading course. There's a link for my free oracle card reading course. And also definitely check out that regression hypnosis that is down below as well. Thank you for your time, your energy, your love and your light, Capricorn. I will see you next time. Bye.